name's Natalie and welcome to Rainbow Weekly. This video is the second part to my photo transition video. I hope it explains a lot more about my transition that some people don't quite understand. When I was a child, it was a hard time to say the least. When I was in preschool is when I started dressing as a girl. They would have dress up parts of the day where you could dress up however you wanted to, but I still wouldn't see it as playing dress up. I would just see it as getting dressed and as completely normal, even though my parents and everyone else just saw it as kids being kids. When I left and went to primary school, I still saw it as normal and just being me. And so I did see myself as a girl, even from that young an age. And I continued to dress in women's clothes when I was home alone. But I would keep it to myself because I didn't want to get into trouble, or I didn't want anyone to treat me badly or bully me. People could see that something was different about me even though I never really said anything. And I'd be bullied every single day, being called gay or a girl or whatever they could pick on really. But the reason it hurt so much was because even at that age it was something I was trying desperately to figure out, why I felt like a girl but had a boy's body. Then something happened which I'm not really going to get into, but for whatever reason it happened, it affected me so badly that I no longer felt I could be myself or be perceived as anything other than normal because of what would happen. So whole parts of my personality and my sexuality and the very essence of who I am was completely repressed from that day on. I would still be bullied in the same fashion all through primary school and high school for the same reasons, anything they could get a hold of. But I could no longer tell why. When I started high school is around when puberty started in its earnest, but something was different and I couldn't figure out what. And then I started developing breasts. Now, having had all thoughts as to my sexuality and actual gender repressed, it scared the absolute hell out of me at the time. And the bullying got even worse. I was taken from doctor to doctor trying to work it out, eventually finding out that I was producing estrogen like a woman, but I wasn't producing testosterone nearly whatsoever. And all they would have to say about it to either me or my parents was, oh, they'll grow out of it, don't worry about it. I mean, seriously. What doctor in their right mind says, oh, don't worry, they'll just grow out of it. Eventually, about 3/4 through high school and my puberty, throughout great bouts of depression, the testosterone in my system started producing and I was still left with breasts from all the estrogen throughout my puberty. I'm currently in the process of having blood tests to determine if I was born with an extra chromosome or born intersex, at least as far as my natural hormone production is concerned. But I'm pretty sure that that is the case, but even if it was just a matter of how my brain was wired when I was born, it wouldn't change a thing. It's only so that I can try to pinpoint whether more than how my brain was wired at birth had a part to play in me being born transgender, in my case. It wasn't until I became an adult that the repressed memories about my gender and sexuality started to slowly come back, my sexuality coming first, and going on a journey to figure that out, from straight to gay to bi to pansexual to lesbian finally. And then after seeing it online as well as on the news about transgender people coming out, that actually started to take down a lot of what had been repressed. And then after talking to my cousin who had previously come out, it slowly came to me that this is what I've been struggling with my entire life, in trying to work out why I was born like this and why it felt like some part of me was missing. From there I spent a good while, a couple of months, researching every possible thing that could happen because of it, good and bad. That's just the type of woman that I am. I look at things from every possible angle before deciding. Anyway, after I researched everything I could and getting as much advice as I could, it came time to decide whether to come out as the woman I am or not. I decided that if I were to knowingly repress that part of me, it wouldn't be long before I would kill myself, because I simply could not spend one more day in that body. From that day on, I came out full-time as Natalie and slowly came out to friends and family. I would dress as a woman, which was just getting dressed and felt as normal as I did when I was a child. When I go to the toilets, I use the women's toilets because I am one, and come on now, it's just peeing and so forth. And I went on to my hormones, estrogen and testosterone blockers, to which the doctors initially thought I'd been on them for years already because of everything that had happened in my childhood puberty. And just recently I've had my name legally changed to Natalie, finally. Surgery is possibly a long or very long way off, and being able to afford it and so forth. But finally being the woman I was always meant to be, and having had to wait so many years, I'm sure I'll be able to make it until then. I've lost a lot of people along the way, family and lifelong friends even, and have people look at me differently now and hate me for who I am and can say and do some incredibly vile and hateful stuff. But I've only gone through this with the support and acceptance, even gradual with some people, from my friends, my cousins, my sisters, my parents, my family, and people who don't even know me who do support me, as well as my own girlfriend, who every day give me another reason to be thankful for having made it this far, through everything that I have and everything I'm sure to in the future. That's all my time for today. I hope this has helped explain a few things more about my transition. If you have any questions or comments you'd like to make, please leave them down below. I look forward to seeing you in my future videos on Rainbow Weekly. Please like, subscribe, and peace.